After much deliberation, I'm picking Tennessee once again to win the SEC East in 2016. Picked them last year. Had it not been for Antonio Callaway's excellent catch for the Florida Gators in that 28-27 win, I would have been right. Tennessee was probably the best team in the East at the end of the season last year, too. It's just their year. It sets up Josh Dobbs, Alvin Kamara, Jalen Hurd, maturity on both lines of scrimmage, maturity on defense, an upgraded defensive coordinator, which was a little hard to do, but Shoup is one of the best in the country. You know, the only thing that makes me question Tennessee, and the only reason I had to deliberate about it, is you look at the schedule. You know, the Gators come to Knoxville. You know, Tennessee has a chance to beat them, but they haven't. You know, they have to go to Georgia. They have to go to Texas A&M, and Alabama comes to Tennessee. Alabama's going to be tough. You know, so Tennessee could have 3 losses and still be a pretty doggone good football team this year. After that, I have Georgia. You know, the question about the health of the running backs is what concerns me there. I do think Kirby Smart will have an excellent first year. Their cross-division schedule isn't a piece of pie either, with Ole Miss on the road and then Auburn coming in. Number 3, I have Florida. You know, Florida has a favorable schedule from the West. They play LSU at home, and then they go to Arkansas in November. Yeah, I think the Gators just have too many question marks. Number 4, South Carolina. It's probably generous, but I'm kind of looking at their roster. I see some players that will be known by the end of the year. They have tons of unknowns right now. I think the Gamecocks will be much better than people think, but that's relative. I think they're a 6-6, 7-5 type of football team. Kentucky in at number 5. I'd like to pick them higher. The last 2 years have me a little bit skittish about it, but a lot of that talent that's made a lot of plays the last couple of years, you know, those guys are getting older. Number 6, Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt starting 22 is excellent, can line up and play with anybody. The depth on that roster concerns me, though. It's a situation where I don't think Vanderbilt can sustain injuries this year. I still think they can get to a bowl, but I have them 6 right now. And then Missouri, you know, they made a hire where they promoted their defensive coordinator, Barry Odom. He has a great reputation among coaches as an excellent defensive mind. But I question, you know, you lose Craig Kolagowski, who was one of the best defensive line coaches in the country, kind of the secret sauce to that program over the years. You have some good players, Charles Harris, Josh Augusta, Beckner. I think Drew Lock will be better at quarterback. But I have some questions during this transition right now. We've all been wrong about Mizzou before, but right now I've got them at 7th in the East.